Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu, my cute little cheerful, smart, intelligent, and brave friends. Welcome to the Story House, a place where we present to you an interesting story from the Quran every day. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has narrated many stories in the Holy Quran, wise and delightful stories that bring you joy and inspiration, while we learn wonderful things from the true stories, old and new. So, let's embark on a thrilling journey into the world of the Quran. But before listening to the story, make sure you have completed all your tasks properly so that you can enjoy listening to the story uninterrupted. And I really admire all of you being a part of this story. Today we bring to you yet another story from the 16th juz. This has been narrated to us by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in Surah Maryam. This is the story of a prophet who has been mentioned only minimally in the Quran by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Remaining some part of his story can be sourced from the ahadith of the Prophet while some from the tafsirs. So let's listen. The name of this prophet was Idris alayhi salam. Prophet Idris alayhi salam was the third prophet of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala who was granted prophethood after Adam alayhi salam and Sheeth alayhi salam. Historians are of the opinion that he was born in Babylon, Iraq, or in Egypt. In the Noble Quran, he has been mentioned by the name Idris, but in some places he has been addressed as Akhnoq. One of his most important contributions to mankind was the art of writing. He invented writing skills and introduced the basic format of writing. He also promoted writing, reading, and gaining knowledge among the people. He spent most of his life teaching, due to which people nicknamed him Idris, meaning the one who lectures. After the death of Sheeth alayhi salam, many years passed, and some of his followers, which were few in number, meaning those who were righteous, had now left the righteous path and began to indulge in sins and wrongdoings. They were heavily involved in conflicts, lies, deceit, respectful behavior, murder, and corruption. They had started idol worship and even began to worship the fire, meaning now they had befriended the shaitan. Hence, at this most appropriate time, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent a prophet among these transgressors. Prophet Idris alayhi salam was a descendant of Prophet Sheeth alayhi salam. Idris alayhi salam had all the qualities and characteristics that are required for a prophet of Allah. Prophet Idris alayhi salam was a follower of the religion of his ancestor, Prophet Adam alayhi salam. He was a worshipper of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, righteous, and most importantly, he was truthful and trustworthy. After being granted prophethood, he began his preaching by ordering people to do good deeds. However, people became averse to his teachings and became his enemy. They began troubling Prophet Idris alayhi salam and his followers in several different ways. Seeing their animosity, Prophet Idris alayhi salam decided to migrate. He therefore migrated to a beautiful area near River Farah and River Dajla. He finally reached Egypt near River Nile and settled there. Prophet Idris salam would call people onto the right path wherever he would go. Even upon reaching the River Nile, he continued his preaching and calling people to the right path. Do you know that Prophet Idris salam was well versed with all the languages spoken during his time? Meaning he could speak all the languages. He would preach in the language of the people he was addressing. My sweet companions, as already told, there is minimal mention of Prophet Idris in the Quran. He is mentioned only twice in the Quran, once in Surah Maryam and the other one in Surah Al-Ambiya. It is estimated that Prophet Idris was born about 1,000 years before Nuh salam. Moreover, he has been credited for being the first one to write using a pen. Previously, people were unaware of using a pen to write. He is also said to have discovered the art of stitching clothes. Previously, people would cover themselves using animal skins. Prophet Idris salam taught them the method to measure the cloth, cut it, and in its stitching. Since he was intellectual and very knowledgeable, he also discovered the steel. After its construction, he used it for performing jihad against the transgressors meaning those who disobey Allah's commands. It is opinionated that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala raised Idris alayhi salam onto the heavens. In Surah Maryam, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, "And we raised him to a lofty station." How was he raised? Did the angels carry him? Why did they do so? We are not aware of answers to these questions. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala had provided us with only limited information that he has been raised towards the heavens, and this way he left this world. That's all for today. We will return tomorrow with yet another interesting story, inshallah. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala include us and you among His righteous servants, and may we attain the highest level of friendship between Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and us, inshallah. And my dear children, please do not forget to pray for yourself and for all the Muslims around the world. If you like the story, please like, subscribe, and share it. Insha'Allah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.